Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel with another tutorial on Python. Today we will try to learn Python, specifically Windows automation through Python. So our target is to organize these files into directories or folders organized by their extension. So all zip files will be placed in one folder and all JPEG files will be placed in another folder and so on. So let's start by creating a new file, and then we will import the OS library, which lets us communicate to the operating system so that we can create directories, manage directories, files, etc. After this, we will import the shell utilities library. This library helps us deal with the directories. We can copy directories, move directories, rename them, and perform other operations. So the difference between OS library and the shell utilities library is that OS library works at low level. It has low level access to the operating system, but it is complex. While shell utilities library has high level access, it is less complex and provides many features of the OS library in much simpler way. Finally, we will import path from the path library. This will help us deal with the file system paths, and instead of manually working with the paths, we can use this library to create paths and to join paths, such as join the file name with the parent directory and many other tasks related to the paths. Then we will create a function named organize, and this will accept a variable named p for path. So when we will execute this function, it will ask us for variable p, which will be a path, and then it will organize all files in this path. Now whatever path of the directory is passed to this variable, we need to convert that into a proper path. We can do that by creating a new variable, for example target path equals path. This is the library, this one, and then p. So now our string will be converted into a proper path. Or we can also use the same variable, and this will convert the entire variable into a path variable from string variable. To test this theory, we can use the print command, and we can print the data type of variable p before it is converted into the path, and then we can perform the same after it has been converted. So now this will only work when we will call this function. So let's call this function, and then we will pass the path of folder that we are going to use. We will use here R, which stands for raw string, because we are going to enter a raw string here, and then we will select this path and paste it here, and there you go. Now we will run this code and see what happens. And there is an error, and it seems that here we should have a capital P. And now let's run it again. And as you can see, originally the variable P was a string, but after the conversion it became a Windows path. Now we can automatically manage this path instead of manually performing operations on a raw string. Now we need to check if this directory exists or not. For that we will use if not p dot exists, and if this directory does not exist, we want to print strp. Since p is now not a string, so we need to convert it back to string to display it in a print command. So path plus does not exist, and this will give us a message saying this directory, whatever the directory used here, does not exist. So now let's try to run this code and see what happens. So nothing happened because this directory obviously exists. Let's change the name of this directory and let's see what happens now. Now it says this directory does not exist because it actually does not exist. And now that this code works, we can go ahead and create a loop. We will use the for loop here for file in p dot so this stands for iterations and this stands for directory. So this code basically iterates through a directory, and each file is converted to this file object which we can use in our code. For example, if we simply want the names of all files, we can print file.name. So it will iterate through this directory and list the names of all files. Let's try this out, and here you go. Now we have the names of all files here. However, we are more interested in the extension of the file, so let's create a variable named extension equals file dot suffix dot lower dot left strip. So this will strip a string on the left side of whatever we enter here. So let's strip all text on the left side where there is a dot, which means we are left with the file extension. We also need to make sure that the file has an extension. So if a file does not have an extension, we will create our own extension, and then extension will be no extension. So if there is no extension, we will create a folder named no extension, and all those files with no extension will be saved inside this folder. So let's see if there is such a file. So we can print file.name, and since we are not using this anymore, let's delete this, and now let's run. And here you go, we have a test file that has no extension. If we go to the directory, we can see here this is the test file. Every other file has some kind of extension. Now let's create a new variable named uh, target path, and this equals path and extension. So now we'll have, for example, if there is a file with JPEG extension, that JPEG will be included in this path like this, and all JPEG files will be shifted into that directory. However, before that, we need to create this directory if it does not exist, and the shortest way to do that is target path dot make directory with exist OK is equal to true. So this will make sure that if the directory already exists, the code does not crash and uses the existing directory. Otherwise, it will create a new directory with that particular path. Now, before moving any further, I want to make sure that everything works up till this point, and to do that, I want to print the file path, and I also want to print the uh, target path with file name, and I want to comment out this one for some time. So let's run this code and see what happens. And as you can see, we have files with different extensions, and this is a bat file, and there is the bat folder where this file will go, and this is a PNG file, it will go into the PNG folder. Zip file will go into the zip folder. The only problem I can spot here is this test file, which does not have any extension, and it should be going into the no extension folder, but it is not. So let's check out what is the problem. So upon quick investigation, I can see that the spellings are wrong. So let's replace this one, and now let's run program again, and now we can see that we have no extension folder, and inside that we will have the test file with no extension. So everything is good now. So up till now we have been using the OS library and the path library. However, we did not use the shell utilities library, and now we are going to use that library to move files into their extension folders. So let's go ahead and write some code using shell utilities dot move. So this will move the file from and to, and that's it. So this is our from, and this is our to, and now we do not need this. So let's comment out these, and now we can also print str file plus copied. So this will basically give us an update about the file that has been copied. And finally, it is time to test our application. We will uncomment this one, save the file, and this is our folder with 40 files with different extensions. So let's go ahead and execute this code by pressing F5, and here you go. It says copied, 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 copied. So all files have been copied, and if we go back to our folder, there are no files. Instead, there are different folders, and each folder has an extension, and this is one has no extension because the file inside has no extension. And this one has JPEG. All files are JPEG files and PNG files. There are some zip files. So which means that our application works just fine. So by writing codes like these in Python, we can perform Windows automation, and we can automate our daily tasks. And this is very dynamic. Although we have Power Automate in Windows available from Microsoft, but that is not even close to what Python provides. Python is highly dynamic, and it can perform every task you can imagine. In comparison, Power Automate is a code-free application. It does not require any code, but it has problems performing many tasks. There are limited options, and there is always limit to what you can do in Power Automate. So I suggest always use Python for Windows automation, or you can also use uh, PowerShell scripts. But Python is the best solution for Windows automation. That's it, guys. See you in the future with another interesting topic. Till then, have a nice day and have fun learning Python.